Microcracks mostly occur during manufacturing, and to a lesser extent they occur during transport and installation. Sinovoltaics has developed its own proprietary software for the mass-scale detection of microcracks, and in total we detected 2,773 pieces with severe defects. Now all these solar modules we replaced on-site at the factory, and they were replaced by healthy modules. As a result, we help our clients to replace all defective solar modules before their containers of solar modules leave the factory. Hi, and welcome to this video case study. In this video, I'm going to show you two real case studies. It's a case study of a 32 megawatt and a 26 megawatt PV project. I'm going to show you how our clients, they remove the number one defect that can affect the performance of such large-scale solar energy projects. Now, the first slide here already mentioned it. This video is about microcracks and how to eliminate this type of defect completely from your PV project. For those of you who don't already know me, my name is Driekes de Rooij. I'm the Managing Director at Sinovoltaics. Sinovoltaics is best known for performing quality inspections and audits here at the factories in Asia. Now, after you watch this video and you would like to explore how also your company can remove all cell inherent defects such as microcracks from your solar module shipments, please leave us your contact details and one of our team members will be in touch shortly. Here the content of this case study. So I'm going to run you through two real case studies, a 32 megawatt and a 26 megawatt project. You'll discover the type of microcracks that you can expect when rolling out such a project and our strategies to avoid such defects completely using software tools. Now, before diving into the case studies, let's briefly have a look at what are microcracks and the different type of microcracks that you can expect when you build PV projects. Now, we all know that large-scale PV plants are built using 10,000s of connected solar modules. Now, these solar modules, in turn, they consist of hundreds of thousands of connected solar cells. For excellent performance, it's critical that all these connections are functional, so your generated electricity, it can flow without any interruption. Now, microcracks inside solar cells are the cause of malfunctioning and inactive solar cells. And such defects, they create resistance and they can cause the power output of a solar module to drop. Microcracks mostly occur during manufacturing, and to a lesser extent they occur during transport and installation. Now, cracks cannot be seen with the naked eye, but they can be made visible using electroluminescence imaging. To keep things simple, we call it EL imaging. Cracks, they get worse in the field over time and therefore cause underperformance of your PV projects. Our take is, when you're buying solar modules directly from the factories, of course you deserve to receive modules that are free from any defects. Therefore, it's our mission to detect and prevent any defects, including microcracks, at the factories in Asia. Now, let me show you a few examples of cracks that can be made visible in EL images. So these are snippets of EL images. Here an example of some cracks, a single crack here on the left, a cell piercing crack, which is a crack that runs from one side of the cell to the other. You can see here on the right. On the left here you see a cross crack, which is a common crack. These cracks typically get worse over time. On the right, a dendritic crack. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. It's certainly a serious, it's a critical crack that certainly can affect the performance of the entire solar module. Here on the left, a cell breakage. A cell breakage, you can see that the corner of the cell is actually now inactive. It also degrades the power of the module. On the right, you see a short-circuited cell. And on the next picture, again, inactive cell areas. These are serious defects, degrading the power of the module. On the right, you see a solder fault. This is something that happens during manufacturing, and this can be perfectly prevented at the factory. And here are a couple of examples of material faults. So these are problems with the actual wafers used. On the left, is a black core. On the right, you see striation rings. Again, another type of defect, wafer impurity. And on the right, you see EL intensity differences. Now, after seeing this, you probably understand underperformance caused by microcracks. It has no place in PV projects. And let me dive into how you can actually prevent these. Sinovoltaics has developed its own proprietary software for the mass scale detection of microcracks. While most quality inspections only perform sampling during inspections, we have the capability to inspect 100% of solar modules. As a result, we help our clients to replace all defective solar modules before their containers of solar modules leave the factory. So this is a high-speed and cost-effective way to guarantee the performance of your PV projects. And our method, it has been accepted by all the major manufacturers here in Asia. Now, to show you how our tools can also work for your PV projects, let me now dive into the two case studies of two actual projects. So let's start this first one. It's for this project, our client bought 32 megawatt of modules from one of the largest PV manufacturers here in mainland China. It's a top 3 player, so you could guess the brand. But of course, we don't mention any brand names. We don't badmouth any of the factories. In our business, we actually work closely together with the factories to get the best possible outcome in terms of quality. Now, with the help of our software, we scanned the EL images of nearly 100,000 solar modules. And this all happened during the production, without delaying production at all. And here are the results. On the right, you see the type of microcracks we found. And in total, we detected 2,773 pieces with severe defects. Now, all these solar modules we replaced on site at the factory, and they were replaced by healthy modules. So as a summary, after replacing 2.94% of solar modules, our client received 32.1 megawatt of solar modules that were completely free from defects. Okay, let's move on to the second case study. So for this second project, another client, they bought 26 megawatt of bifacial modules from a major factory in Vietnam. Again, a major factory, a so-called Tier 1. Production took place recently in January 2021. Well, recently, it all, of course, depends on when you will be watching this video. Let's have a look at the results. So the most common defect detected here were cross cracks. Cross cracks, they typically grow larger over time in the field, and it may lead to underperformance. In total, we detected 2,567 pieces defective solar modules, and these were all replaced again by healthy solar modules before shipment. So to summarize this case study, after reviewing the EL images of nearly 60,000 solar modules, we replaced 4.31% of modules. Maybe nice to mention is that the factory was fully cooperative to assist with the replacement of modules, as the buyer and the factory, they contractually agreed on the quality standard that applied to this order. And our team here at Sinovoltaics can also help you to optimize your purchase contracts and include the required quality standard, so you can clearly define your strict requirements and communicate this clearly with the factory. So as a final result, 100% of solar modules were inspected and all defects were taken out. Now, perhaps good to emphasize that there are many inspection companies, and most quality inspection companies that operate in the solar industry, they only perform sampling. Sampling, the way it works, let's say you order 5 megawatt of modules, testing company comes over and maybe they test 125 pieces, and after this you get a report and they tell you, the entire order thinks overall looked all right. Personally, I don't recommend this type of inspection because it means you potentially leave thousands and thousands of defects inside your PV project. In several years from now, these modules with microcracks, they will slowly start degrading the performance of your project. Therefore, we recommend to do 100% inspection and remove all the modules before that have defects, to remove them before they're being shipped out. Here are a couple of client references. Now, the market leaders in our industry, they only aim to build the highest performing PV projects. And they've used our mass scale quality inspection tools to their advantage. So these companies, they really take performance of their projects seriously. And personally, I believe there's no other way. If you want to be in this business for the long term, you simply aim to build the highest performing projects. So our clients include utilities such as E.ON, Innogy, Fortum, German EPCs such as JUI, False Solar, and developers such as US company AES, French company ENGIE, and UK-based Lightsource BP. Since 2010, our team has performed quality inspections at over 170 solar and energy storage factories around the world, with an emphasis on China and Vietnam. Now, all the major factories are cooperative with our quality inspection methods. Finally, a little bit more about us. Sinovoltaics was founded in 2010, specialized in the technical due diligence of PV and energy storage components. We're best known for factory audits and quality inspections at the factories here in Asia. We have our own team of quality engineers working at the factories in mainland China, Vietnam, Thailand, South Korea, Indonesia, and Taiwan. Thank you for watching this video.